slide. There we go. All right. So you guys serve as a health professional. You guys serve my clients because I am a fitness professional. Yes. Why am I qualified to talk about this? I'll explain in a second. But thank you guys so much for helping me spread the word, the message, the passion throughout the communities, because I can't do it without you guys. Who am I talking to? Who is this for? Yes, passionate chiropractors, passionate doctors that want to make an impact, that don't just want a couple of leads here and there, leads meaning prospects, leads meaning eventual patients, couple here and there per month, and that's about it. We have way too many marketers out there, promising you leads, and you can go to them. That's great. And they can help you out with that regard. I can help you out with that regard, but that's not what I'm talking about. And I'm serving those that want a little bit more than that. Actually, sorry, a lot more than that. Passionate chiropractors that want a unique way, a new way, a differentiating way, a sustainable way to stay ahead of your competitors. A way to bring in, yes, more new patients. Who doesn't want more new patients? That's why we're talking about this right now. But who will want to refer more people in to your practice? Not just you going out and asking for referrals, asking for reviews, having Rave Review the tool to do that for you, but them wanting to refer and review. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But it goes back to becoming a true health leader in your community, so that you're the only choice that people in it turn to. Sustainable ways of doing that. So if you're within the 1 to 10 years of opening your practice and being in the industry, this is for you. If you're a veteran in the industry and you've been over 10 years and you're maybe even at the turn of retirement wanting to sell your practice in the next 5 to 1 year to make a little bit of extra cash when you sell it, so you can live the comfortable retirement. Or maybe you're leaving it to your children or your grandchildren, and you want to leave something sustainable and yes, scalable, and just being proud to hand that off to your kin, to your family members. This is for you guys. Who is this not for? Chiropractors, doctors, they're not open to change, new opportunities. Times are changing. You know this. It's changed already on Facebook, and it's going to continue to get worse and change for the worse if you're not open to new things and learning new things. So, to each its own. I get it. If one thing has worked for you guys for a long time, I understand not to change that. But I'm talking about things that haven't worked for you in the past. Don't say, "Oh, it hasn't worked for me. It's not. Therefore, it's not gonna work for me in the future." And I'm not open to changing my perspective or my approach to it. And I'm gonna throw my hands up and just do my old ways of doing things that still haven't been working. This is not for them, for you, if you're thinking that way. And also, those who just are happy with their current patient count and their visits per month, like they don't want to grow. They don't feel like building and scaling the capacity to grow with new interns, new doctors for the new patient and visit count, and they're just kind of they're set. It's not for you, obviously. In this case, just want to throw that out there. My goals for the training, everybody, my doctors, are to show you right out in front, so where I'm coming from and where I'm at. Build a robust process, a consistent, predictable, step-by-step process for that growth and sustainability, so that, yes, we're talking about the sexy stuff, right? Lower the cost of advertising on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, right? Yes, absolutely doing that. But also, the more sexy talk, getting more leads into your practice, turning them into patients, long-term patients, retainable patients, so that they repeat buy and then go out and refer to again want to refer. Yes. So that those processes built out for those outcomes. And two, the only way to drive engagement on social media now, today, yesterday, so that you show up on other people's news feeds, get more engagement therefore, and start sharing to the masses where everybody's at every day on their phones, your message. Those are my goals, to show you that there's one way to get this done. And if I haven't shown you by the end of this, then I've wasted your time, and you can come to where I'm at and slap me in the face, right? I like to have some fun at the same time. Why am I qualified? Right? I'm a fitness guy. Andrew, you're a fitness guy. Why are you talking to chiropractors about this stuff? Why are you trying to help chiropractors with this stuff? Ladies and gentlemen, we have the same business models. We share the same patients and demographics of patients. We connect with the same people. We know deep down inside what they're going through on a day-to-day basis just as deeply, just as empathetically. So me turning two bankrupt Anytime Fitnesses to grossing over $1 million in the strategies, tactics, techniques sustainably, as I did with it, I am confident with the process that I've been able to build out, I can give it to you and you can replicate it in your practice, in your chiropractic practice, to do the same. Recent results. Aren't recents. For chiropractors I'm working with, Dr. Singer, 14 new leads from one event that we have done together. And he spent an hour during that event, 14 new leads. If your lifetime value is $2,000, do the math, $28,000 for 1 hour, sign me up. Test ad campaign. Talking about the sexy stuff. Facebook advertising funnels. Everybody's doing this, right? Everybody. No demand. Chad Woolner, if you're listening to this, you're the man. I love you. Test ad campaigns on funnels, Facebook funnels. $70 made for test. $70 spent. $80 made. Grossed. That means I netted my chiropractor on the top right, just fooling around, $10. 3 new patients. Lifetime value $2,000 per year. We just made him $6,000 plus $10. He didn't waste any money. He didn't on a test ad campaign. So imagine if you're making $10 on the funnel itself and then getting $6,000 of lifetime value. Do you think you're going to keep spending that $70 so you can make 10 of it back and then another $6,000? Yeah, right. Why? Also, why am I qualified? I'm certified, literally trained in this stuff. Ty Lopez, Billie Jean, Infusionsoft. Trained, studied, practiced from the gurus, from the best of the best. I didn't throw ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson out there either. Or Chris Recker, Jaden Gross, Joe Soto, some other guys, Mike Aker. Thank you guys so much for helping me out. I'm close with them. I'm in the same communities as them. I see what other marketers are doing on a daily basis. Right? I study them. They study me. Right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, there's my other guy, Chris. He's my guy, helping me out with all this stuff. But there we go. All right. Just for perspective, real super quick. I came from JP Morgan. I was a finance guy. I thought changing lives from a wealth standpoint was amazing. Little did I know that 4 years into JP Morgan and being a financial guru and studying all this stuff, being one with numbers, operations, processes, things like that, the nitty-gritty, dirty work of Excel spreadsheets, tracking analysis on a higher level with my portfolio managers, I didn't want to fulfill, it wasn't fulfilling for me. You guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you guys probably came from another industry as well, like me. I clicked day one with Anytime Fitness, and I said, this is my home for the rest of my life. 89 years old, I'm not going to regret staying in a cubicle until I retire, because this is it. I fulfill every single day of my life being in this fitness and health industry. And you guys feel the same way. Whew, right? It just connects with you. Business partner on the right, bottom right picture, right? Ryan, my guy, my man. I love you to death if you're listening to this too as well. And to the left in the purple with the foam finger, Anytime Fitness CEO, Chuck Runyon. He is amazing. His culture that he's built with his Anytime Fitnesses, over 3,200 at this point locations worldwide. I love you, man. Me and Ryan turned his 2 locations out of bankruptcy. I already told you guys that, right? Let's go back here. Through marketing, advertising, online, social media, I spent 10, 20, 30, 40 at this point, $1,000 learning this stuff. Certifications, all of those things, right? You already saw this slide, but only to get crushed, to start getting absolutely crushed by competition. People leaving our Anytime Fitness that I thought was in the clear for forever to go literally across the street. I can throw a rock, I can jump to it, I can throw a rock to it. Planet Fitness, and then Retro Fitness, 3 months later, moving into as well. We were $40 a month out. We're charging $1,000 at the most for private training a month, and then a little bit less for small group training and large group training. Do you think that $10 and $20 a month for price over at Planet and Retro Fitness, like the joint, is kind of similar to what you guys experience? I got crushed. My team, I remember crying, like almost crying, or she was crying to me. Carrie, one of my trainers, who I couldn't have built Anytime Fitnesses without. Tell her that every single day. She was like, Andrew, I've been in this industry since the 80s. I love you guys so much. I want to stay with you for forever, but are we going to stick around? I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave my clients. It was that bad. And me feeling like all this pressure, I was crushed. To make matters worse, some of you guys have had this happen before. I was working 20 hours a week, 7 days a week, right? Night and day, all day. 5 a.m. wake up, 12 p.m. go to sleep time. Waking up 4 a.m. to get into 5 a.m. 7 days a week. Do you know how, you guys know this, it crushes your physicalness, it crushes your emotions, it crushes your body, your mindset. My girlfriend at the time, who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, left. That was me up there. You see that in the Fit Ranks shirt on video, spilling my heart out to the world, just telling my story, because she couldn't be with me anymore. The love of my life, I want to spend the rest of my life with, gone to this day. At that point, do you know how I felt? Then I had this conference with Ty Lopez on the bottom left, and he told me a couple simple sentences, man. I'm like, dude, you got to help me. Please help me. Help me. I don't know what I don't know what to do. He said, go back to why you came to the industry, from the finance industry in the first place, man. You'll find it. I was like, what the heck does that mean, right? So I started learning, started growing, started shaking myself out of this misery, and started going back to why I was in this industry in the first place. What do I mean? I'm giving you guys perspective here. My post, this isn't my post to the left isn't mine, it's someone else's, but I see this every day now. You guys do this every single day, right? Raise your hand if you've done this. You share a post from another website, or even your own website, on your social media, your Facebook or your Instagram, because it's easy. It's probably even automated. Chiral Matrix probably automates it for you guys, or the other softwares, right? Hootsuite, you got to throw that on there. Agora Plus, yeah, it's all automation tools. Great, amazing, but you don't get engagement from that. And now Facebook, Zuckerberg is going to crush you on that. Crush you starting tomorrow. Turning that into to the right. Guys, I can say this stuff because I've done it for years. Bland posts that don't get any engagement. Now, makes you to the right. Turn to the right. Steve Campbell with me on a video that got 10,000 views, 15 shares, 15 shares, 52 comments. Sorry, 52 reactions, 4 comments, things like that. Do you think that Steve Campbell sharing his story over the whole month of January a couple of years ago, emotionally, about the obstacles and the pain that he suffered and he went through to get to where he wanted to be fitness-wise. He looks amazing there. He dropped like 80 pounds, got some muscle, got some strength. His segments, series with me, video series segments, just getting creative, getting emotional, telling stories online about what we're doing. You got to be HIPAA compliant with this stuff. But do you think that people saw this and were like, I want to be signed up there? I want to do what Steve did. A guy who was like, I am Steve right now. Or I am what Steve was. He's been through the same crap in my life, in his life that I've been through right now, and he's done it. I can do it. So do you think we made $10,000 off of the series in January from new people coming in and signing up right for training? I didn't need to sell them anything. They said, where do I sign on the dotted line for your training program? I want what Steve got. I want what Steve got. Just from that. This is my point for strategy number 1, ladies and gentlemen, right? I didn't know it at the time when I was doing all this stuff up here over and over and over and over again, that I was building a culture. I was building a culture in the 4 walls of my gym. Yes, us fitness pros are amazing at that, but I was building it online. I was building a process for it online. So do you think that you can amplify what you're doing in the 4 walls of your practice to go online where everybody is at and watching and wants to watch and wants to engage? And culture, ladies and gentlemen, culture, just take that word, culture stands the test of time. It's a culture. It's a cult. It's a community. Right? It's a group of people who are connected by missions and passions and endeavors and doing it together. No matter what technology changes, market passes, people want to stay in communities and in cultures because they feel connected, a part of something bigger than themselves. It withstands competition. People started coming back to my Anytime Fitnesses from Retro and Planet because they didn't have a culture over there. It was a burn and churn business model, aka the joint, right? I don't mean to call that out. I'm sorry, I'm saying this professionally, but like you guys know this, right? Do you think that people don't care about paying an extra price because it means being a part of something bigger than themselves and standing up against some other thing? And having a mission, a purpose behind what they're doing each day and who they're doing it with. They don't care what the price is over there down the street or what they're doing down the street because they want you. They want what you are doing and building and preaching. They want other people to join what they're doing and what they're doing with you because they want others to experience it as well. They love just helping you in your mission, right? So do you think referrals, word of mouth, are going to be more profound in larger quantities? Do you think your leads and sales will go through the roof when people down the street are seeing and watching what you're doing online and saying, I want what they're doing. I want to be a part of what they're doing, right? That's strategy number 1, right? Strategy number 2, I kind of mentioned it right now. Your story. Tell your story. That's me and Dr. Singer. He's a man I love him to death. I just sat with him for 2 hours talking about this stuff and how we can take his practice to another level. But your story connects the audience. Open up. Us, I know we're trying to be so super professional and straight line tips, tricks. Here's what sciatica is and how you can get over it. Boom, 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 tips, right? You're a professional. You're a doctor. Yes, I understand. But doctors, professionals can open up as well. I don't mean cry on camera. I mean just tell your story. Tell your story about why you became a chiropractor, why you suffered before just like your patients, and why now you're relieved and you've turned into an advocate for that whole journey and that process. Because guess what? They're going to connect with you and say, oh, he or she is like me. He or she went through the same thing. And now he or she is a doctor doing this stuff. He understands me. I admire him or her. I look up to them because they just opened up. I trust them. They care about me because they've been through what I've been through. Now you have a relationship with them. Do you think people want to leave other people to have relationships with besides me? Right? And what I went through? We all went through it. But do you think they want to leave when they have a relationship with you? No, you know the answer, right? That's strategy number 2. And I want to make a point here for content, going back to engagement online and getting on news feeds. Do you think this, you all know this, right? You all know this chiropractor, Dr. Ian. Do you think he gave you tips, tricks, hacks on this? No, he didn't on this video. He told a story, ladies and gentlemen. He inspired this young man and actually physically got him through something miraculous that he would have probably I don't know the quality of life that he would have had in the next year if he hadn't went to the chiropractor, Dr. Ian, right? I cried the entire video. That is what gets people's attention. So much so that Dr. Ian got 64 million views, 587,000 shares, 889 reactions, 86,000 comments. Do you think that Dr. Ian has a problem getting new people into his practice to help him with sciatica or headaches after helping this young lad change his life around permanently so that his father, who also thought his son is hopeless for the rest of his life, crying at camera, relieved? Do you think that Dr. Ian has a problem getting people? No. Do you think everybody is going to turn to him and only him and not people and not chiropractors on the street? That's my point there. All right. You got to have a system. You got to have a schedule. You got to, right? Here's some tips and tricks. I'm not going to go into it, but number 6, you got to create a content schedule for this stuff. You got to organize yourself, right? Lives each day, Insta stories each day, the optimal time, no tips and tricks. Tell your story. Give question and answer sessions live, right? Talk to the people who are skeptical about chiropractors, who have myths and debunk those myths online via live. Have your patients turn the preferences on to have you show up to their news feeds every single day. You can do that. It's the same strategy with whitelisting on emails. You have to do that now on social media, ladies and gentlemen, on news feeds on Facebook, right? You got to put it into your marketing and sales. You got to put your story into a process every single day. Like the slide before, you got to do that. Because then you're going to go from know, love, trust, buy, repeat, buy, refer to community leader that nobody else wants to turn down. This purchase funnel is short. It's falling short, right? Repeat, buy, refer, community leader. That is what I'm talking about. This is what this is all about. Going 3 steps further in this funnel. 3 steps further after the Facebook advertising, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But it comes down to systems too as well. Yes, you got to have systems. 1, 2, 3, 4. Follow me. Awareness, discovery on social media. You got to have systems to capture email addresses. Yes, absolutely. Because then you can give them your amazing story and stories of others in a deep cultural way so that you can basically, right? Sorry about that. You can basically indoctrinate them into your culture. not just into your sales funnel and indoctrinate them, but into your culture too. Take it a step further. Buy, repeat, buy, right? And then retain and refer. Let's go. I skipped a couple things. I ruined the surprise, but not really. But speaking engagements. Let's amplify this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's amplify this. Go to lunch and learns, go to corporations, go to your local businesses, do speaking engagements, tell your story, explain your culture, explain stories that explain the culture. HIPAA compliant stories of your patients going through pains to relief. Get their permission first, but tell yours and others stories, your culture, right? Because when you have 50 employees that you're now talking to at a lunch and learn, or 100 employees, or heck, good luck, but finding 200, good for you. You'll find corporations with my strategy I'm about to tell you, but 200 employees, tell them all that stuff because they're going to want to be a part of it. Let's level up this idea. Let's level this up. Let's amplify this. Let's film the event. Have your admin or office manager come with you, or an assistant or someone else, or an intern, and live some segments of it from Facebook, from Instagram, at certain points of your topics, right? And then repurpose that content on your blog, on your website. Turn it into a video segment, turn it into an advertisement, turn it into a follow-up strategy with the employees that are listening to your stories that you're moving and inspiring through stories. Yes, tips, tricks, hacks, but listen, people gravitate towards your story and other people's story as well. You got to intertwine it in your presentations. But how about this? Employees of, Walmart Incorporated, come check me out. First of all, follow me on Facebook and Instagram right now. I'm going to wait for you guys to do that on your phones real quick. And then live at 7 p.m. tonight, when you are done at work and you want some relaxation, I'm going to show you how to X, Y, and Z in the workplace. And I'm going to give away 2 prizes to the people who engage, comment, and share the most. And I'll be watching, obviously, out for you guys. I'm giving away this, and this. I'm going to give you a Walmart-sponsored X, Y, and Z. Walmart Incorporated gave me the permission to give this away. Follow me. And then, right? Like, now you're going to have people showing up to your live events. Do that once a week. At the end of that one live event, say, hey, tune in next week. I'm giving away more free stuff to someone new. So Betty Jones, my coworker in my cubicle next to me at Walmart Incorporated, just won from some free stuff this week. Guess what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to tune into what you're doing, because not only are you changing my life and helping me get healthy in the workplace, you're giving away free stuff. High quality leads. They're going to be like, this doctor has been helping me for these weeks, just being awesome, being amazing with this stuff. I want to go to him because I want a long-term care plan with him. Imagine what he can do for me at that point in time. I'm going to level this up one more time. Do you mind if I level this up and amplify this even more? Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been paying attention up to this point, pay attention. Take some notes. Corporate wellness programs, care plans for Walmart Incorporated, specifically designed for their employees and for them. Get them to pay for it for their employees, or at least half. Insurance will cover the rest, right? You know the insurance game very well. Figure that out. But imagine if you are now have corporate wellness programs with the employees, and how many new employees are coming into the corporate every single week, every single month, and how they're going to get a wellness package in the new employee orientation from you, Dr. Smith, with your handsome or pretty gorgeous face on the front. This is our chiropractor who comes in here every single month and does amazing things for the employees, gives away free things every single week, is now doing a corporate wellness program with us. You can charge these Walmart Incorporated, $500 to $1,000 on top of the corporate wellness program they're paying for a month, $2,000 a quarter to do these types of things, these speaking engagements, these giveaways with. Not a lot of time on your hands because you've already built this process out once and you're replicating it and keeping consistent in a system every month thereafter. So you can't give me time as an excuse here, ladies and gentlemen, because this strategy alone will scale your practice like no other chiropractor is doing. Imagine the chiropractor on the street, Dr. Smith, seeing you doing this. He's gonna be like, what? My patients are leaving for him or her. What am I doing wrong? Let's one up this one more time. Now you have a testimonial of just this process to go to other corporations with. Do you think that the corporations getting their employees healthy in this capacity and giving away content in this capacity to their employees, they're going to want in on this? Now you have 5 corporations you're doing this with. Send your intern to do speaking engagements. Teach them how to do this. You don't have to do this anymore at this point in time. When you have 5 corporations, right? Send them to 4. You do 1 to keep the thing going. Right? Figure it out with the time. This is your growth here. I'm gonna level this up yet another level. I just leveled up 3 just in that one slide. I'm gonna level up another strategy. Take this same strategy to local health professionals like fitness coaches, trainers, owners, fit bodies, boot camps, one-on-one training facilities with this strategy that you've built out for corporations and do it together. Do lives together, do content together, do events together, cross offer to their fans, your fans, things that they all can benefit from, right? Do it with your acupuncturists, your massage therapists, all together in one team, one unit, systematically every single month. Then tell your stories together. Have them, the health professionals you're partnering with, tell their stories with you on social media for everyone to see. Get emotional. Get open. Go to corporate wellness programs together. Now you're doing like, hey, instead of $2,000 a quarter for us speakers, for 5 of us, that's $10,000. We'll cut it in half, $5,000, and we'll split, right, the cost of it. But now we're doing it together. But guess what? Their fans, the fitness professional, their fans are seeing what you're doing, right? Because they're doing it together, vice versa. Now the employees are seeing all your team doing all this stuff. You're going to turn into, and you're masterminding this, you're orchestrating this. You are turning into something that nobody, your competitor, cannot ever touch, ever, cannot mirror and mimic. Once you get in with these health professionals, these alliances, and these corporations, it's just, you're building a culture within the culture. Do you see this? Your health professionals, you have a culture with. The corporate wellness programs, you have a culture with. Because you have a process, you're sharing stories, getting emotional, you're doing all this stuff with. Outside competitors, chiropractors, don't stand a chance because you have a relationship with these health professionals and these corporations. You have built a fortress. I'm going to level it up. Andrew, you can level up one more time. I'm going to level it up one more time. Literally, guys, I just broke my pen. If you guys can see me, I literally slammed my hand down and I broke my pen. I'm so excited. In half, like just with my hand. Just adrenaline is going through my body, right? Local media, do the same strategy. Local influencers, do the same strategy with. They're actually probably going to contact you at this point in time and say, what are you doing? I want in on this. My fans want in on what you're doing. Build a culture with them too as well. Now you are on the media. You're on the news. You're with local influencers whose community follows them by the masses. Not even just locally, but just like statewide. I don't know. Right now, you're just blowing up, and you've built a strategy and an actual system out with corporate office number 1 So you're not adding any extra more time to the process. You're just scaling it. Imagine if you're doing social media physically, interviews physically, living those interviews physically with your local media influencers. How much content do you think that you're going to have, and how much engagement do you think that you're going to have on all of this stuff together every single day, every single week, every single month? How many news feeds do you think you're going to show up on? This is what I was doing. I was building that culture online. No one could touch it. I didn't know at the time, but that was what I was doing. Nobody's doing this online, ladies and gentlemen. And culture, Andrew, culture. Look at you obviously noticed, right? The little apple over there. What company is that? Yeah, Steve Jobs' company. I was having some fun. Steve Jobs' company has an amazing culture, right? Do you think that he ever has a price objection? The iPhone X just came out. It's $1,000 for a phone. It's ridiculous. People pay for it. How about Google? How about Wells Fargo? How about Jim Collins' Good to Great, Built to Last books? You get the point. All right. Talking about referrals. We all want this. We all want referrals, word of mouth. Guess what? You've just amplified word of mouth by 100, 200, 300x minimally. I'm about to turn it up another notch for you. Ingrain the referrals into your culture that you've built that is so freaking strong and a fortress, impenetrable, sustainable, scalable, because you have a process to this. It's a condition for new patients to come in to refer others, right? HIPAA compliant referrals, but now you're able to you're able to ask that of new patients because of the culture, the powerful, because they came to you and said, I want in on what you're doing in your culture. I will do whatever you ask me to do just to get in on this, to get healthy, but also just to get in on what you guys are doing. Because you are with your patients, you are making them feel special online and on social media, day in and day out. Mrs. Jones has been felt special by you, in addition to the relationship you've built with her online in front of everybody else. Do you think that others want a part of that and want to feel special too? Guys, technology is going to change every damn day, right? It's part of my French. Every day it's going to change. What is not going to change? The human element, love, the connection, the relationships. We all want to feel special, noticed, appreciated. No matter what platform in cyberspace 20 years from now we're going to have. We're virtual reality. It doesn't matter. Virtual reality, us floating around in space virtually with each other, we still want to feel special. We still want to feel love and connected. Give that to us. Give that to them. Give that to your patients. Because then you have a culture of inspiration. You're making a condition to help your new patients inspire others out there to bring them into your practice. They're going to do it. There's a system to this, ladies and gentlemen. The system is the key. This is sustainability. This is my point with sustainability, scalability, and you not being touched no matter what rules and policies Zuckerberg passes along. But I want to do the sexy stuff too as well. Facebook advertising. Do you think that all the massive amount of fans, by this time, you've already made your quota in terms of new patients in a month without having to do one sales tactic on them? But let's just say you want to do Facebook advertising at this point, right? Do you think that it's less costly to advertise to your fans on your fan pages, which you have many at this point who are engaging on you at this point, who are watching your videos at this point, is less costly than cold traffic who don't know about you yet? And trust me, there's going to be very few that know about you at this point. Yes. Boom. Directly lowering the cost of advertising with just point number one over here. I'm going to lower the cost of advertising for you. But point number two, your fans are at local businesses, right, with your strategic partners. You can hyper advertise, target the fans of your strategic partners of which you have money, and your local businesses that you partner with of which you have money. Less costly. Clicks, conversions are going to go through the roof. Your sales and your advertising are going to go through the roof. You're going to make money on advertising. Your return on investment is going to be made up by 2, 3, 4x. I guarantee it. I promise you, those are the results that are going to happen to you guys. How about you target an ad to people who've changed jobs to the corporations, Walmart Incorporated, which you go to every single month, or your intern goes to, or your other chiropractor goes to every single month, saying, congratulations on your new job offer. We are a partner of Walmart Incorporated. Here's a wellness package for you. Check out the testimonials and the things that I'm doing with your corporation, your new corporation. Do you think they're gonna be more prone to buying something from you and are gonna probably know you? You can do that on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. So now you have a monopoly on Facebook advertising. Do you think other marketers, other chiropractors in the street are going to have what you have for Facebook advertising? Do you think that they're going to pay the lesser the cost than what you're paying when you have a monopoly in your area? You got to know your numbers, folks. I'm going to skip through this slide very quickly, but you got to know your numbers in order to know that you're returning an investment like crazy on this stuff. But I would rather have $1 per click than $4 per click. That's my point here. Dan Kennedy, everybody knows this. Ultimately, the business that spends the most amount of customer acquisition wins. When you have this strategy built out and this process built out, the tactics, techniques that fill in all of the strategies and make it go around in the machine, you can spend more money because you're not spending a lot of money on this type of stuff, right? You can spend more of it, get more people into your funnel, get more people into your system, advertise to them too as well. You are going to have a very easy time spending the most amount of money in your area ever, period, end of story. Your value ladder from free to a little bit monetized to your monthly treatment services to your high ticket corporate wellness offerings. Okay. With all of your strategic alliances, your local media influencers, your value ladder just got massive, 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 massive. Your follow-up strategy and sales process has to be on point. You can't call one person who entered your lead and sales funnel once and twice or 3 or 4 times. Doesn't cut it in this world anymore. You got to do 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Andrew, calling that many times with my admin is going to drive her crazy with all these new leads that are coming into my practice. First of all, your sales process is going to be triple, 3, 4, 5, 6 times easier, but you still got to follow up people, right? In this day and age. Automate the follow-up process, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. Automate this entire thing. Make it easier for yourselves to scale and grow. If I tried to make it harder for you guys to scale and grow, would I be scaling and growing myself? No, I wouldn't. I'm here to make it easy, not harder for you guys. Also, nurture your patients. Nurture them. Sell more to them. They want to buy more stuff from you. Get your value ladder built out and sell more and more and more and more. They want more. Trust me, I guarantee it, especially if you have a connection with them in a culture that no one can penetrate. But it all goes back to you guys. You got to start here. This is step 1. Start here. Open up. Tell your story. How you're impacting community. You care for them online, offline, every which way. Let me ask you a question, everybody. Let me ask you a question. Focus, focus, focus. Let me ask you a question. If you had the time to build this out, to then track the results numbers-wise. Guys, I'm a JP Morgan guy. I know the power of numbers. Numbers don't lie. And then the ability to adapt to new technology, new rules that Zuckerberg passes. I'm just too excited I can't even talk. Passes through Facebook or the influx of advertising costs or the influx of Instagram posts and saturation on it. Adapt to it, but yet still have the foundations, fundamentals together. Do you think that you're going to be able to build this out if you have the time and focus? Yeah, absolutely. But when you do, or if you do ever, do you think that you're going to see things grow in your practice? I mean, we beat a dead horse here, right? Do you think if your competitors had this system, if I was down the street with them, working with them on this type of stuff, do you think that you would be nervous? Guys, I'm very competitive. The person that I'm working with, right, on these types of things, or if I'm doing this stuff and I'm down the street as your competitor, I hope you'd be nervous. If you're not nervous, I'm afraid for your practice, your business. If you're like, nah, then that means all right, see ya. See you later. See you never, right? How many of us feel like Russell says this all the time, right? Feel like we just drank from a fire hose of just how, so many questions, Andrew. How do I do this? How do I have time to do this? How do I get my admin to do this? How do I get my intern? I know. How do I have time? What's the system? Well, let me just ask you, if you had the system, the details, step-by-step, the takeaways, the tools of tracking, the sheets, the analysis sheets, the Excel spreadsheets, the reporting, the systems of tools to report for you in a cohesive manner where you can look real quick and say, okay, I'm growing, I'm building, I'm making money. Good, keep doing this, more of this. This is not working. Let me change this up. If you had a system, would this save you more time? Would this save you on failures? Would this save you on costs? Not just financial costs, ladies and gentlemen. We got to look past the numbers in terms of just costs. Costs should not be a word in this world anymore. Everything is an investment. Some way, shape, or form. You tell your patients this is an investment every single day in your practice, right? So stop looking at it the way that your patients are looking at it. Because you're not going to convince a patient if you think costs are costs. If you think costs are an investment, you're obviously going to talk to your patients that way and you're going to convince them this is an investment. This is a long-term investment, right? But do you think this investment is going to be worth it? Do you think you're going to know where to start if you had a step-by-step, right? You know where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give you free, completely on the house, my tools, tracking systems, testimonial question sheets for your videos, Instagram and Facebook strategies, right? To take all this and run with it, to have a social media posting calendar with this, all of this, speaking engagement topics, right? Well, in a speaking engagement, we got to engage, right? So topics for you if you don't have any ideas. Cultural building ideas with my community, I'm already building this with, all for you. Now, I want your permission right now to ask you how we can work together. Ask you if we can work together on this on a little bigger level. Because I know that you guys still have some problems still unresolved, and I want to be able to help with that. I do. Guys, I'm in this because I know at 89 years old, when I build a legacy that I helped chiropractors, professionals who help hundreds of people a month, hopefully one day, get healthy, that I'm going to say, wow, I've built something amazing and I've impacted the world to lead a healthier place because this world sucks. You know how miserable it is. Don't pay attention to the news, please, but it's wow. If I can, 89 years old, retire and just be like, I'm not going to retire at 89 years old. When I'm 89 years old on my deathbed, right? Bluntly saying, I'm never going to regret a day in my life. And I want you guys to be a part of that. So the first steps are to solve these problems. No change, no change. You ask your patients all the time, no change, no change. If you're not willing to change, you're not going to change, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to change your habits. You're not going to change. If you say no time, that means you have no time to build, to grow, to impact. And you can't go 50% of the way. You can't throw spaghetti, the marketing idea of the week, at the wall and expect you to be a billionaire overnight in this industry. It's like saying like this: I'm going to get in my shopping cart $300 worth of groceries, go to the cashier and say, I forgot my wallet, but I only have $50. Is that cool? Thanks very much. What are they going to say to you? I just rung you up for 300. You only have 50. Sorry. It's the same thing. You know, the patients, right, that come in here, they only have $5,000 and they want the Ferrari. It's just not going to happen. You throwing up a Facebook ad up there, hoping it turns your business around, ain't going to cut it. It's not going to happen. But don't expect those results. And if they don't come, be like, it didn't work. Facebook's not for me. Advertising is not for me. I'm worried. I'm skeptical for every person that's out there, trying to help me out with Facebook advertising. Guys, that's the same thing as the shopping cart analogy and the shopping analogy, right? The cashier is going to be like, sorry. We're going to be like, sorry. Like, information alone is not going to cut it, right? You can take this, great. You can take some of this and then go home with it, go back to your practice with it. I guarantee you, if I call you up tomorrow, next week, next month and say, hey, what do you got? What have you built? What are you doing right now? What tracking sheets have you created? Have you trained your staff on this stuff? Have you gotten ready so that you can spend time outside your practice with this stuff? Because you're the face of the practice. You need to get out there and build it. Your team is relying on you for that. What are you going to say to me? Right? Information alone is not going to cut it, guys. So I want your permission for me to help you guys out. Andrew, wait, I see Facebook advertising. Awesome. But we just talked to me about your story, about culture building, about this amazing, I want that amazing, amazing thing, right? I know everybody's thinking. If I start giving you guys all this stuff at once, you're going to be and say, hey, I'm the jump on board your team and here's the cost to this. I know what you guys are going to think. What? What? No. You're going to have all these other questions, doubts, skepticism, right? How about I just make you some money first, right? How about I help you make some money so that I can prove this to you that working with me is on another level, and we make a very good team at that through simple things first, so that now we built some systems along the way while we're advertising for new patients. I'm gonna work with you to build some of these culture building and networking and those systems. I'm gonna help you guys build those out at the same time. But how about we just get some new patients in first, so that we can relax next month when we hit our quota. We financially we're at our goals that we want to be at, because Andrew's going to kill it with me for Facebook advertising. That's just so much easier. We get that elephant out of the room right away, and now we can focus on the cool, amazing culture building stuff, right? That's why I'm doing this first, right? I'm offering this to you. I'm telling you this. Tracking analysis, insights, industry and competitor research, customer crawling, knowing where your customers are at all the time online, and then hitting them with the ad when they're ready to buy. Hitting them with an ad when they are ready to buy. Lead appointments, yes. Results, yes. Consistency and speed. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're in multiple communities of $1 million agencies, $1 million gurus, influencers who built millions and millions and millions through advertising, having their ad campaigns, their templates, using them, tweaking them to what I know is going to be amazing for you, because I'm a health professional and they're not, and I can speak with you on those levels. They can't. Do you think that we're going to level this advertising thing together up? How about when we start building this culture thing? You think that advertising that's already in place, that's already made you your money that you want to make, hit your goals, is going to go to another level? Yes, right? Absolutely. Communication support. I know this is so big and not enough people do this. Expectation setting. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly reporting, support, communication. We got to do it. We have to do it. I want to make you happy. I want to make sure that you're happy every single day. And if you're not, give me that feedback right away and we'll talk about it. We'll game plan it. I want to make sure I'm doing right by you by 1,000,000 times, because I just want the best for you. That's all. Infusionsoft ambassador. I am an ambassador. Yes. What is Infusionsoft? Infusionsoft is a lead gen, lead nurturing, sales conversion, sales nurturing, follow-up system. Say that 10 times fast. If you haven't heard Infusionsoft, I can understand why you're probably wondering why you need some more patience and you want to grow. Because Infusionsoft is a beast of a system to amplify what you're doing even more. Again, talking about systems, right? We need systems to support what we're doing out in the community. Otherwise, you're going to follow up once or twice, and then your admin is just going to fall off, right? How about having Infusionsoft tell you, oh, keep following up with this person because they're still hot, or hey, actually, let me do this for you. Let me follow up with them for you because they're warm or cold, and let me actually tell you, office manager, when they're hot, so then you can pick up the phone and know that you're going to get an appointment and have them come in and sign a long-term care package with you because the system told you so. Algorithms. Everything's based on actions in Infusionsoft. Actions brought by and implemented by the actual lead itself. So it will tell you what it's clicking on, what she or he is clicking on, and if they're cold, warm, or hot. So it's going to make your life easier, your admin and your office manager's life so much easier, organized, streamlined, less time, better results, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give it to you, not for $3,000 that they charge everybody else, but for literally $297. $297. That's $2,700 permanently saved because I'm an ambassador. Instead of $200 a month for the subscription, the base subscription, I'm cutting it down by $101 a month. That's $1,200. That's over $1,200 saved a year on just the subscription alone. $1,200 a year plus $2,700 upfront saved automatically. In this coaching program, this ambassador program, we are going to, on the second session, after we get to know you, we're going to build out the campaign, the first campaign for you. It's done for you. Set, everything. Set, built. Third session, we're going to build it together. You are going to be hands-on with us, with Infusionsoft, with me, building it together. The fourth session, you're going to build it, and then we're going to check it to make sure it's good, it's soundproof, it's going to get results. So by that time, do you think you're going to have a good grasp on this? If you don't have time for this, for 2 hours a week to do all this stuff, for 4 sessions total, that's 8 hours spread across 4 weeks. If you can't do this, give it to your office manager. Find a way to grow your practice, delegate responsibilities so you can scale. That's a good business person. Obviously, we're going to build out your value ladders in these campaigns so that when we get to the culture building stuff, it's already laid out. The foundation, the systems are all laid out. You can just fill it with these amazing, unique, differentiating, powerful, massive strategies I talked about before. Hypothetical results. 3 to 10 new patients for Facebook advertising, 45 days. Boom. We do an ad campaign one time a month every 6 weeks. I split test. I have good ad testing strategies as well with that. You're not wasting money therefore. 3 to 10 means long-term value, 6,000 to 20,000 generated on a per month or every 6 week basis. Assuming your long-term value is $2,000 per patient. 6 to 20,000 LTV generated per month per 6 weeks. Done for you. Infusionsoft. This is the system. Lead gen all the way to customer nurturing. Automated. Email, campaigns, offerings, web forms, surveys, all that stuff. It's a CRM as well. If you already have a CRM, that's fine. I'm going to show you how to connect CRMs together for your office manager to organize herself even more than she's organized now. Make it easier. Put more time back to your employees. Give more time back to your employees. In addition to all the savings, in addition to $2,700 and $101 per month saved, you're going to get 3 to 5 patients easily. All those campaigns. Again, another 6,000 to 10,000 LTV, long-term value per month or per campaign. And then giving you guys numbers, tracking, reporting, analysis. So you guys know that this stuff is working. Numbers don't lie, right? You see it. It's in a report that's clean to you. You just look at it real quick via email and say, oh, all right, awesome. Keep going, Andrew. Look at the bottom. Don't pay attention to the top stuff. Look at the bottom. $6,000 generated on a minimum basis for Facebook advertising, 45 days. $2,700 saved just on Infusionsoft platform. Plus another $6,000, not to mention the 101 per month, by the way, saved, right? $2,700 saved, another $6,000 generated from Infusionsoft a program platform that we build out for you that you learn by session 4 how to do it yourself. $1,400, $14,700 saved and or saved and made. Let's just cut that in half. That's still $7,300 in terms of results saved and generated. If you cut that in half, be conservative. Andrew, I have CRMs. I have all the CRMs. I don't know, Demand Force. I don't know what systems you guys have. There's tools out there, guys. Technology is awesome. You can connect systems together to your Gmail, to your Outlook, to Office Manager, with platforms that she's already using. How about the lead generation system? You leave up to Infusionsoft to organize, and then you leave your CRM as your CRM. Have your Office Manager take all of the you can export, right, Excel spreadsheets of leads and stuff like that. How about you just have a system where the leads are generated for you, right, in an Excel spreadsheet through Infusionsoft, and then your Office Manager now has a sheet to go off of for lead generation, and then you input that into your CRM for customer nurturing, follow up. Do it that way. Make it easier for yourself. Be smart. Strategize. Don't find ways to not do something that is absolutely amazing for you. Find ways to do something. I guarantee you're going to enter a whole new world of growth and opportunity and just simpleness. Now, what does this problem solve? It's obviously time and frustration. I literally just, last slide before, I just showed you how, in a quick way, there's millions of ways how to save time and frustration. You're avoiding now costly mistakes because I'm doing this for you. I've already done this. I built this out. My gurus, my influencers, my people who've built chiropractic funnels for patients over and over and over again, and collectively we generated tens of millions of dollars built out for you. Done. I have them. Cost of making your own mistakes, out the window. Lack of speed and implementation, out the window. Let me ask you a question. How much does one patient, now that you know how to amplify one patient into your culture, into your just whole thing that you've been doing and building, how much does that cost if a competitor was doing it and they go to them? Or how much does it cost to have a patient leave that's that valuable now? It's generating that much money through word of mouth referrals and blah, 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 that you're reselling, repeat buying, you're just selling them over and over. They're worth not just $2,000 long-term value. Not just up the value of the long-termness for them, right? Long-termness, but also you're retaining them for longer because they're in the culture they don't want to leave. The value of them goes through the roof. Them leaving is not just $2,000 anymore. How much? What's the true value of just what I'm doing for you guys? Not to mention this whole culture building and getting out there in the community, building this whole thing in the process, right? $6,000 is what it's worth. $3,000 for your Fusion software. And ladies and gentlemen, people charge $2,000 to $3,000 just for Facebook advertising funnels, and yes, maybe email automation with that. Just that. Not to mention just Infusionsoft coupled with that. $2,000 to $3,000, right? So we add that together, it's $6,000 real total value. I'm not making numbers up, right? For the fluff of it. Ad campaigns. This is an example website I went on and what they're charging for ads, Facebook ads. $500 to $1,000 flat for the sub fee, and then look at the product and service scale on number 2. Your lifetime value is $2,000, right? It's going to fit in the second to last tier, $3,000. That's $3,500 to $4,000 for them, plus the advertising spend that you need to give to him or her to actually advertise. You need advertising spend, so it's going to be even more than that, right? I'm not just making numbers up. That's real. I actually gave you conservative numbers, $2,000 to $3,000 just for Facebook advertising. Now, if I were to charge you $6,000, generate minimally long-term value of $12,000, $20,000, and I just showed you how to amplify the long-term value and the retention of your patients per month, would it be worth it for you guys if I charged you right now, said $6,000, and I doubled what you're investing with me in minimally? Would it be worth it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to charge you guys that. Newsflash, I'm not going to charge you guys that. I wouldn't do that to you guys. That would be ridiculous. That would be absolutely ridiculous. The next slide, I'm going to show you everything. But this thing, the Facebook and the Infusionsoft, and then helping you guys out with your strategies, your Facebook, your Instagram, your speaking engagements, all those things, those strategies for your culture. I can't do that for everybody. There's so much involved, right? I need to build a team with 20 chiropractors first. And what I'm charging you guys, what I'm about to ask for investment, right? Because it's an investment. You guys gotta look at it that way. I can't do for millions of people, millions of chiropractors. I have to minimize it. It's just, and also I need to focus with you guys, with you 20. I need to focus and to give you my all, and you want my all. Plus, I'm gonna give my chiropractors, my 20, a 4-mile radius protection, 4 miles. I'm not gonna advertise or do anything with any other chiropractor or competitor within 4 miles of you. No one is doing that. Why? Because I know this system is all of this in the system is just untouchable. So I want to protect you. I want to protect myself too. That wouldn't make any sense if I were sending you guys to the same speaking engagements, right? But anyway, I'm competitive. I'm going to ensure that no competitors are going to have a chance with anybody that I'm working with. I'm going to sit down with you bi-monthly and strategize and hold you accountable to the things that I am mentioning for you to do, so you can actually take it into action, and you don't just do the information alone, right? Or going back to old habits, or not changing your habits, right? I'm holding you accountable to change, just like a chiropractor or a fitness professional. Maybe I've done this before. Hold people accountable to changing. Got that, right? First 20 right now. Some of you are like, what do I do? I'm getting in right now because I can't risk not getting into this. Go to step number 2 down below. Don't listen to me anymore. Scroll down, click the buttons, follow through the steps, book your onboarding session with me, do the security deposit, right? Book the onboarding session with me. I'll give you a call, right? We're on board for an hour. We're rolling. I'm getting your ad campaigns set up for you guys. I'm getting you guys Infusionsoft sessions scheduled out for you guys for the 2 hours a week. And we are rolling. No ifs, ands, or buts, periods. We're doing it, right? So those of you who seize opportunities, who see the opportunity in things, who don't find reasons not to do something and find reasons to do something, because I guarantee you the world will open up to you if you have that mindset. I'm going to reward you with me just focusing with you guys and us taking over the world together. All right? Do it. If you have skepticism, they're probably leaving right now and going to step 2. The rest of you who are still on, probably you have some questions. I get it, right? I'm offering this to you guys for $1,294, not $6,000. You know what? And I'm going to buy the infusion software for you guys. Now, click the buttons, right? Like now you got to be one of the 20. But put it in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. This is a third of a full-time employee helping you build this out. Do you think your office manager, who you pay 3 times as much, is going to be doing this stuff or know how to do this stuff? No, I mean, no, they didn't do. They're not focused on this stuff, right? It's not like they're not smart, they're not intelligent, they're not driven, they're not hardworking, they're not passionate. No, I'm saying that they're focused on other things, but you pay them 3 times as much. And I'm going to get you the results that we're talking about minimally. And it's not going to be $6,000. It's going to be $1,294. And I'm going to buy the $297 Infusionsoft for you. It's free for you. You got to do the 99 monthly subscription. This is a month basis, right? This is monthly, doing this every month with you guys. But I'm going to buy that Infusionsoft. That's $297, not $3,000. I'm already saving $2,700, but I'm buy it for you for $297, so it's free. So instead of $3,000, it's $0 for you guys to get that rolling into your practice. How much would it cost for you guys to try to do this on your? It's going to already cost you $3,000 just to get Infusion software and $1,200 a month. $1,200 a year just to get the Infusion software, let alone the Facebook advertising, let alone strategizing, the bi-monthly calls and the accountability and the 4-mile radius protection, and getting you guys into this whole system and strategy. Right? It's already going to cost you all this stuff. But what's going to cost you for, again, your competitor to be doing this stuff? Like, I don't even know what the number is. I can't even do it, the math in my head. It's already $3,000 buying Infusion software. That's more than double what I'm asking for you guys, and triple because I'm buying the software for you guys for $297. The 20 people probably bought, but let's just keep going just in case. And I know you guys have some more questions and things like that, right? But let me ask you a question first, right? What are your two choices? Yeah. Do nothing. Go back to the old ways of doing things. We ask this question a lot, right? All of us, but that's the two choices you have, right? And you're deciding anyway. Everyone's like, I can't make a quick decision, rash decision. This is my answer to that. You're already making decisions. You're making the decision not to make a decision, right? So might as well make a decision to do something that is going to change your life, your family's lives, because you're impacting them, right? The lives of hundreds, thousands even, if you think about it, of people. Make that decision. Don't do nothing. Because if you do nothing now, someone is going to coax you out of $1,294 to do something far less. You're definitely already spending $1,294 on other things that don't create opportunities like this, that don't do this for you guys, that don't create the impact that you guys have to stand, you stand to build. That $1,294 is already going somewhere else. Please take this opportunity and especially don't do nothing. Take that leap of faith. Take that opportunity with me, because guess what? I'm giving you 45 days test drive on this thing. That's a month and a half. Or if you don't decide to do this, or you want to leave the profession in the industry, don't want to be a chiropractor anymore, I will give you the $997 back, no questions asked. You can keep the Infusion software for another business you're going to get into if you decide to do that, right? Or I'll help you with another business, but I'll give you that back. You keep the Infusion software and all the things that we've already built out and we've already done. Keep it. Now it's free because I bought the Infusion software for you guys, right? Well, it's $297 because of net, but $297, you keep all that stuff. Like we've probably already made $297, right? We probably already made the $297, so it's going to be free, right? If you decide to do the refund thing. 45 days. No one's doing the 45 days. You know why? Because I have confidence that we're going to do amazing things together. Those of you who are still not clicking that button, by the way, if you're still on, just make this happen. Do yourself a favor. I want to team up with you. Click the buttons down below and follow the steps, please. But let me ask you a real question too. Those who are hanging on, waiting for some magical unicorn to come down or a sign from God from the heavens to tell you to do this, because maybe that's what it will take. But what if I cut the results that I went through before, the $14,700, in half by 3 times? It's going to come out to $1,843. Cut it in half, $7,300. Cut it in half, $3,600. Cut it in half again, it's $1,800. It's still more by 600 around what I'm asking for you guys in investment. And I'm going to help you save with good ad spends on the Facebook advertising because I have good strategies for that. Plus, it's only $9.90 whatever, $9.90 something because I'm buying the Infusionsoft for you. So look at those numbers, guys. Just look at the logic behind this. Is this a real logical choice that you can make when I'm crunching these numbers for you guys on a ridiculous level? All done. All this stuff. When people charge more than double for just Facebook funnels. Doing all this stuff with you for $12.94 when people do just Facebook funnels for $2,000 to $3,000 minimally. Right? I have to recap. I gotta answer the question. Probably some people think, well, this is too good to be true. Like, why? No, this is not. Stop looking for reasons not to do something. I have a deeper mission with you behind this. This is just the start. This is the start with me. This is the start with you. I have a much bigger plan. I have a much bigger purpose in this. And first and foremost, I just want to be successful with you guys. I want to build something great with you guys. Is that too much to ask, right? That's why I'm doing this for $12.94 and buying Infusionsoft with it. Because I want you guys to take that leap of faith without any like hesitation, right? Any like, I can't, I don't know, right? I want to make this as brainless as possible for you guys because I have something bigger for us. If you're still on the fence, after all of this, you're still on, you're still listening to me rant, just book. I have an option for you on step 3 to book a call with me. I'll give you a half an hour to answer your questions, your concerns, your comments. Maybe you have a situation, right? And you just want to talk to me about it and figure, game plan with me. I'm more than happy to spend that time to game plan with you guys. Again, because I just want you to be successful. Or if you're still on, maybe this is it. If you're like still in your own head at this point, maybe you're thinking, Andrew, this isn't enough. Like I can't just do Facebook and Infusionsoft. I need more. I need this social media things built out. I need this done for me. I can't do this. My office managers can't do this. I can't delegate to this. I don't have time. Please take this from me. Do this for me. Please. I have so much other things I want to worry about, but I need this. I want this. I want to be untouchable. Then I got something for you guys. But book the call nonetheless with me. Buy the $9.97, the $12.97, right? Then we'll upgrade because I got the social media management for you guys, repurposing content on all mediums built out for you guys. Speaking engagements, local alliances, we're going to build that together. Video teams locally. If I don't have one locally for you, I'll find one. And then I got bigger plans, guys. I want 2 chiropractors a part of my Beyond Chiro board. And I have a master program I'm going to build out, right? It's not built yet, guys. Don't go out and try to, I haven't built this out, but I want you to help me build it. Be a part of something bigger than ourselves, please. You want this. I want this. I want to be bigger than myself. You guys want to too as well. I know that's why you're still on this training video. But I want 2 chiropractor on the board so that when we're in virtual reality world in 10 years, you guys have adopted in the chiropractic industry and can bring me insights. I'll pay you guys, obviously, but insights in the chiropractic industry, how to apply virtual reality Facebook to the industry because you're doing it every single day. I will pay you a lot of money for that. Because guess what? We need to stay ahead, and we're going to stay ahead for the rest of our lives and beyond. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the fence or you want more, go through the whole thing. Just do it. I'll refund you to $12.94. Book the call with me on my schedule. And then we'll talk about it. We'll game plan, we'll upgrade, or we'll get you rolling. If you're like, I don't know. Just book the call with me. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Just book the call. We'll talk about it. We'll game plan. Then we'll go from there. But everybody else, Probably this 20 is gone. The 20 slots are gone at this point. Check, see. If not, go through it, do it. But if it is, then just book a call with me and then we'll game plan. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much for everything. I went over time. I apologize, but I know that it was worth it for you guys, at this point. And it's definitely worth it for me because you guys as professionals are amazing. Especially you guys, the passionate ones who are still on. I cannot wait to do something miraculous in this life with you guys. Let's do this. Let's grow this. Let's build this. I'll see you on the other side. Talk to you later.